Election day, and we want to take a live look right now. You've got a election center in Philadelphia where they will be counting all of the ballots later today, and some voters, look at that, already casting ballots right now. That's in Charlottesville, Virginia. The polls in that state opened up at 6 o'clock this morning. We've still got about 30 more minutes here in our area in both the Coastal Empire and the Low Country. Thanks so much for joining us here on the News at Daybreak. I'm Kyle Jordan.
Yeah, and I'm Madeline Hunt. Polls open up at 7 o'clock here in our area. Election day, of course, finally here, which means if you haven't already done so and voted early, today is your last chance to cast that vote.
Yeah, and if you didn't jump out there, you may run into some traffic, both in the on the roads and out at the polling places. Bronte Sorotsky is live in Chatham County this morning. You're at the election center there. Have you been able to see anybody that's already turned out maybe 30 minutes early today?
Hey guys, good morning. So far we haven't really seen anyone coming out early to vote yet. You know, we still have about 30 minutes until those polls officially open up, but we have been seeing those election workers starting to go in and get everything set up just to make sure that everything, you know, goes smoothly today. Now, of course, voting has already been underway. Early voting here in Georgia and South Carolina. I mean, we've been seeing those record numbers in Chatham County, already seeing about 8,500 people turning out to vote early on the first day of early voting. Now, if you are voting in person today in either Georgia or South Carolina, the polls are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. But if you are in line to vote at 7 p.m., be sure to stay in line because you will still be able to vote and you cannot be turned away. Now, it's also important to remember that ballot selfies are illegal both in Georgia and South Carolina. To confirm your voter registration in your polling precinct, you can head over to our election center page on WTOC.com and check the links at the top of the page. Now, Georgia's Secretary of State's message to anyone who still hasn't gotten out to vote today is that there's no reason not to.
There's no reason why voters can't show up, and so we should be well north of 1 million. Back in 2020, we still were coming through near the end of the pandemic, and we had about less than 800,000 show up. We were expecting about 1.1, so take it from there, but we'll see who shows up.
Now, if you're not sure which voter precinct is yours, it's best to check your My Voter page on the Secretary of State's website. Now, again, just be sure to stick with WTOC all day, all throughout the night, as we're going to have the latest for you of everything that you're going to need to know ahead of this election and during the day on Election Day. But for now, reporting live in Chatham County, Bronte Sorotsky, WTOC News.